welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, the person who was crushed to find out that red licorice wasn't actually licorice. Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, you're too kind. Yukon Socket. Say hi to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you once again from my, say it with me, secret underground headquarters. And I'm bringing to you a deck that was just sent to me by a person I was talking to in the chat named, oh gosh, let me get it right. I always forget people's names, I'm sorry. Jeremy Brown. We were talking about how awesome Surge Engine was. And he was talking about how awesome Surge Engine is with Tail Swipe. And so then I said, I'll go, that sounds like a great idea. Simic with Surge Engine, Simic artifacts. And I said, I'm going to go see if I can find a good deck out there that's playing that kind of stuff. And then you know what he did? He sent me his deck. So here it is. It's Simic Artifacts by Jeremy Brown. And man, we are going to try it out. I am looking forward to it. So before we get to that, let's talk about that whole licorice comment I just made. Yeah, my favorite licorice is red licorice. I've been eating it all my life. And I was crushed to find out that the taste of licorice is actually black licorice. That's what real licorice is. And you know what black licorice tastes like? Not like red licorice at all. Which means that the thing I liked the best was not really even licorice. It's just some weird goo that was formed into a licoricey kind of shape. And that's about it. All right, let's move on. So let's take a look at the deck. We'll try to figure out how it's going to work. And then we will take it out and see how well it does. Over here we got, let's see, Bushwhack, which allows you to kind of do a tail swipe. Unless you don't feel like it, in which case you can go search for a basic land. I really like Bushwhack. I think one of the cards that I love like Swiss Army knife cards to give you options. Because a lot of times you want to do one thing or another. And this one is cheap and allows you to do some great stuff there. Tamiyo Safekeeping will finally help you keep your guys alive. I mean, that's one of the great things about Tamiyo Safekeeping, about green. It has a lot of those to make your creature hexproof and indestructible kind of thing. And that's exactly what Surge Engine needs. It needs hexproof. Because, yeah, it can just be killed. That's the biggest problem. It's an awesome card, but you can just kills it. Teething Wurmlet will get bigger as you put out more artifacts. Also, then as long as you have 3 or more, it has Death Touch. And whenever an artifact enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. And it can gain a +1 per turn. Only once per turn for artifacts coming out to play. Still, so he'll grow bigger, you'll gain life, and eventually he'll get Death Touch, which is pretty sweet for a 1/1. Surge Engine, what this deck is all about, is starts off as a 3/2 with Defender for 2. Great, right? Great, it's a great Defender. I mean, just think that he's able to kill things that have 3 toughness. But man, I wouldn't waste it on that, because for just 1 blue mana, it loses Defender and can't be blocked, which means you're attacking for 3 unblockable by the turn after it comes out. And then for 3, which hopefully you'll have by the time that you get to your 3rd turn or whatever, then you can make this guy into a blue with a power and toughness of 5/4. At which point he's an unblockable 5/4. That is so incredible. Lastly, when you get up to 6 mana, you can just one time do 6 mana to draw 3 cards. Draw 3 cards, man. That is so cool. Power pack these guys. These guys are fantastic. You can see, they literally are mythic rares and they deserve it. I am very surprised we're not seeing these guys being played like crazy right now. I know I started seeing them a little bit, like I don't know, a couple days ago or last weekend or something. But I think they deserve to be played practically all the time. If you got blue in your deck, you should have a Surge Engine in there. Planar Incision. Exile target artifact creature and then return to the battlefield under control +1/+1 counter on it. This card was made for Kamigawa, yet it was made for prototype cards. I mean, that was 2 sets ago, yet this is exactly where we want to use these things. Because when you put out the prototype for 2, or you put out the prototype for 4 in this case, this guy bounces out and brings it back in. They come back in as though you'd cast it for 5, making it a 5/5 or a 7/7. Which is so incredible to get that out so cheap. Quirion Beastcaller gets +1 counter every time you put a creature out. And then when it dies, you distribute those counters to the creature control. Bankbuster is a vehicle that will help you draw cards. And then eventually you can't do anything but just use it as a vehicle. Unlicensed Hearse is also a vehicle, but it has no specific power and toughness. You exile 2 cards from a graveyard on a particular turn. You keep doing that over and over again. I pretty much just use it for that, just to rip apart graveyards. That's what I like to use it for. Once it gets strong enough, you can actually start attacking with it, and it can be buff. Simian Simulacrum comes out. You put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control, and then you can unearth them so that you can do it a second time, at which point he also has haste, but you have to destroy him at the end of the next turn. Surgehacker Mech comes out and does double the amount of vehicle damage to a target creature or planeswalker. So the number of vehicles that you have. So if you have a Surge, you put him out and you already have like a Bankbuster out, that's 2, which means you're doing 4 points of damage to target creature or planeswalker. Plus afterwards, he crew for 4, and he's a 5/5, which is pretty sweet. Who are you going to put in there? I don't know. Let's see. A Wurmlet. You can make that guy drive a Surgehacker Mech around. Maybe. Quirion Beastcaller. Hard to say. Maybe this guy is. Oh, but he needs to be a crew 4. So yeah, you got to get him up there. Maybe the Beastcaller will be strong enough to be able to do it. Otherwise, he's just going to sit there and be a hunk of junk. All right, Rootwire Amalgam. He comes into play. With the deal is you can pay 5 to sacrifice it and create an XX color golem. Artifact creature token is 3 times that creature's power. So if you do it when he's the 2/3, he'll be a 6/6. If you do it when he's a 5/5, then the artifact will be a 15/15. So that's beefy, baby. Beefy. And lastly, we got the Hulking Metamorph, which he costs 4 to put out as a prototype, 9 otherwise. 9, that is rough. But you can flip them. It says that you may have the Hulking Metamorph enter the battlefield as a copy of an artifact or creature you control. I'm thinking Surge Engine, because we need more of those in the field, right? And it's just like that thing, except it's a creature in addition to its other types, and its power and toughness are equal to the Hulking Metamorph's power and toughness. Now, that's a situation in which maybe you want to copy the Surgehacker Mech, because then he'll be both a vehicle and a creature, and he'll be 5/5, meaning you can attack with the 5/5. And when he comes into play, he will then be doing damage equal to the number of vehicles you control times 2. So there's a lot of situations in which this Hulking Metamorph is going to do a great job. Plus, if you put him in once, and then you bounce him back out with the Planar Incision, when he comes back in the second time, you get to make that choice and use those abilities a second time. Over here, we got a nice collection of dual lands, some regular lands, and some Kamigawa lands. This one allows you to bounce some stuff, and this allows you to disenchant weird stuff. That's the deck. It looks like we got some good synergy, some nice ramp, and some quick oppressive values. Let's take it out and see what we can do. All right, for against Draconis, 8/4. All right, 1, 2, 3. I'll keep it. I haven't played this deck enough to know what's good or what's super bad, but we can try this out. All right, let's go for... Yeah, let's do it. So we're playing against the mono blue. You gonna counter my stuff? Is that all he's gonna do? All attack. 19 turns to go. Ah, it's not mono blue, it's that jerk. Alright. No counter, no counters, no counters, no counters. Yeah! What are you doing? Come on, I'm swiping tail here. There you go. Surgercula. Attacks. power up. All right, let's hearse. Let's see if he goes for the counter on this guy. Yeah, he does. All right, all in, baby. Unfortunately, I don't have the Tamiyo's protection on me. No attacks yet. He's a bouncer, everybody. No blocks were cool. All right, what you got against my Simulacrum? That looks like the end of it, at least. That guy's got Ward 2, I believe, right? Suck it! Alright, all in for 10. Alright, so he's able to hit for 6 at the moment. I got an unblockable guy. Hopefully it won't bounce it or something. That would suck. And we win. Victory! Alright, open against ZoLa. ZoLa. And we got 3 mana. Let's keep it. Bushwhack. I'm gonna hold on to that Bushwhack. Not you. You. Well, that was the wrong things to play there. I guess they'll keep him alive. That's actually better. All right, he powers up. Let's power up again. All attack. All right, now he's got to keep him alive. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna Bushwhack because we are mean that way. And sure, let's power up. That's who we're gonna copy. All right, we're doing awesome. What I like is that we got a nice copy. There we go. We got a nice copy of Surge Engine. What's here? Winner, winner, victory dinner. We're playing against Zombie Master. If this isn't a zombie deck, I'm going to be space pissed. 1, 2, 3. Surge Engine. Yeah, let's keep it. Tail Swipe. Yep. No. Oh, this isn't good. Okay, let's see. Let's put out a Rootwire Amalgam. And we'll see what our pal does if we just get shot in the head. If you're just playing with go for the throats or something, you can't take... There we go. You can't take out artifact creatures. Alright, let's go for number 2. I'm not worried about tail swiping that guy. It didn't work out quite the way I'd hoped, but we'll keep at it. Alright, Suckerfish. Your turn. I'm not seeing any zombies. Alright, let's pump. And pump again. Alright, I'm in the lead. Gotta keep Surge Engine alive. I need to get that Metamorph out on the next turn. Keep Surge Engine in play. Nice. I gotta do this. Gotta. Yep, I could have got out a Reckoner Bankbuster that turn. I could still send him out as defense, though. That's not a bad idea. Can't do anything about that. Unblockable. Let's get him a little pumped up too. That sounds fun. And send him in. All attack. Down to 3. It could be nice to have a little bit more mana. Just a smidge. There we go. Woo. I was thinking you might be able to take out the Surge Engine. That would have been bad. Touchdown, Lava Bears. Alright, playing against King JJ 0715. 1, 2, 3, let's keep it. Beastcaller, Simulacrum. No. Alright, this is a Beastcaller. All right, and number 3. It's Simulacrum, this monkey. Two. All attack. All right, so we still got Tail Swipe and Tamiyo Safekeeping. We might have, yeah, there we go. I can say we might have to worry about keeping something open. Well, everything is getting kind of expensive at this point. I'm not really picking up the mana. Alright, so if I Tail Swipe and kill it, let's just do that. Could be up by 1. We could put out this guy, because that way we can Planar Incision him on the next turn. All attack. Still rolling up to 3. That we're getting up to his full strength, but we won't be able to pop him and make him to a 15/50. Still don't have any mana left alive. Keep anything cool going. Got 2 blockers. Alright, let's go for the attack first. Attack, attack, attack. Alright, you gotta block at least 2. We got here an instant. Okay. Surge Engine. And all I gotta do is pop that guy once. Auto pay. And take it in for the attack. Can't block the Surge Engine. And we win. Winner, winner, victory dinner. Alright, playing against the Scarletamber. Scarletamber. There's a Scarletamber. One of those two. Keep. Mute. Alright, we're going to go ahead and Surge Engine. Alright, and go. And we gotta get rid of that guy, unfortunately. Because... oh, I thought, is that really the one? Oh, I didn't have to worry about him. Nope. I thought he was, I always mistake him for the one that can destroy target artifacts. And that is bad. That is totally bad. Alright, let's pump. And in for 5. It's got life gain. This is not good for him. Ooh, it's not a Great Ape. It's a Great Ape. Let's block it up. Because next turn, I believe we can get him for 10. And we just nip in the bud is really get more life. Alright, so we're going to pump this guy. Do we have to really do this? There's 10. And I don't have the 1. I need to do it otherwise. Alright, it's down to 1. The Simulacrums are going to win this thing for us. I just have to keep at least one guy alive. I can't do anything to do it, though, but just gotta hope. There he goes. You didn't gain any life, my friend. There we go! In your face, sucker fish! Yeah. Victory! Alright, so here we are with Simic Artifacts. Care of friend of the channel, Jeremy Brown. Jeremy, thank you so much for sending me this deck. It is a glorious deck that does a fantastic job. It was very smooth and it had a lot of utility to it. It was able to answer a lot of questions and it ramped up the power quickly. Yeah, because I know we were talking about how great Surge Engine is, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you know it's really good is Surge Engine with tail swipe." But you know what's even better is yeah, Surge Engine with Simian Simulacrum. That is fantastic. I didn't even know we were going to see Planar Incision in here. That's that thing that allows us to take all those prototypes and flip them over into their super strong value. I'm disappointed we weren't able to get Rootwire Amalgam to trip off into that 15-15. It just that the only thing, let me just count real quick to see how much we got life here. We got 16, 17, 18, it's 24. I really shouldn't have that much problem with land. If anything, I felt like I was struggling to get up to 5 mana. That's where I had a lot of problem. But yeah, I mean, with Planar Incision, these two prototypes shouldn't really have been a problem to be able to flip over. And taking the Hulking Metamorph and copying Surge Engine, oh, that was so good. Man, I love that because people just can't stand up against a 5-point dealing unblockable creature. You just can't do it. I didn't get the chance to use the Surge Engine's draw 3 card ability, but I did that I think yesterday or something. And it was really good because this deck was usually spanking people off well before then. Tamiyo Safekeeping. Finally, we got a little bit of protection for our guys. So I'm glad that's in there. It's only 2. It seemed like it was pretty decent. We didn't have them nailed off that much. And then the Teething Wurmlet. This guy, I know a lot of people like him. He's a grower. You got to start really low on him. He's got some tricks. Usually I don't ever see him do anything cool. So that's why I'm not really sure I'm down with that guy. Unlicensed Hearse. Fantastic, right? I love it because it just starts ripping guys out of graveyards. Like the Takami of Transience. I hate the way that guy comes back from the graveyard. But Unlicensed Hearse can just wink, wink, wink. Just take him away. Nice. Nice. All right, yeah, so this is a fantastic deck. Let's talk about rating it. The question is it competitive? Let's see. So let's see what I got there. I played it 9 times. I got a 67%. So that means 2/3 of the time, 6 wins, 3 losses. I got so 67%. I would say I feel like this is a competitive deck. It's as good as anything you see in the competition list there. So yeah, I'd say this thing is pretty decent. Secondly, is it fun? And absolutely it was fun. Because I'm really enjoying Surge Engine right now. Just getting him out for his little cost and then just pumping the heck out of him. If you got 4 mana, it's like you got him out on turn 1 and unblockable. Then turn 2, he's a 5, whatever he is. 5/3 or something like that. Let's take a look there. a 5/4. He becomes a 5/4 unblockable on the second turn that he's out. That is just incredible. Is it interesting? Yes, it is, because of the tricks we talked about. Planar Incision, being able to flip the prototypes, being able to take your Simulacrum out and throw all those points onto the unblockable guy. Man, Surge Mech. I love this guy because there's not that many vehicles here. But, we got the Reckoner Bankbuster and we got Surge Mechs. What, we got one of them and two. So potentially you could do up to 6 points of damage. It'd be cool if there was another set of vehicles somewhere potentially. But it's all right. It was fun. If anything, I guess that would be a guy you could take out would be Surge Mech. There's only one. And he only gets one shot, I guess. Other than that, you got a guy that's a 5/5 that crews for 4. I mean, it's good. I'm glad he's there. Maybe you could put something else in if you really felt like it. But yeah, I find this deck to be very interesting. I think that you could swap out a bunch of the cards in here with something else. But this one is really good as it is. Yeah, okay, so the things I really dislike, Pain Lands. My God, I hate Pain Lands. But on the other hand, when you're playing with artifact decks and a lot of artifacts, and you're going to be using that mana a lot of times for that stuff, it doesn't really matter. It's totally fine. But then again, if you're playing with artifacts, then guess what? You don't care about. Any land is as good as any land because they all produce essentially colorless mana. So, yeah, I don't think did I take any damage? I don't remember. But Pain Lands always bother me. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is really necessary. All right, yeah, this is definitely a great deck. So let's take it up. So I said, yes, it was competitive, it was good, and it was interesting. So I'm going to give it an A+. I'm going to give this into an A+ deck. So great job, Jeremy Brown. I really appreciate you sending this my way. So if you too would like to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun as I did. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.